Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tradeify Crypto Live session. I don't know why I did that, but I should do this instead of that. But we are just warming up in the crypto market. It is really good day in the Bitcoin, and the price action was really clean as we uh, learned yesterday in the stream. And welcome to the stream, Glenn. We have Luna. We have the 3590 guy. Let's go to charts and see what do we have and what kind of price action we had on the Bitcoin. So we are on the 4-hour time frame on the Bitcoin, but let's go to the monthly chart, not the monthly, but the weekly, where we discussed yesterday in the stream that if price continues to stay below this support becoming resistance on the higher time frame, chances are high that we might take this previous swing low, and price did. The Bitcoin tapped the 59 and made the new low is 59.0 to 0.29. That is a really interesting move on the Bitcoin at the 8 a.m. 4-hour candle. I guess yesterday everything was falling like a meme coin. Gold was falling, Bitcoin was falling. We were so logged in on gold that we forgot to check Bitcoin, but it played out really well. On the 4-hour, it is, I don't know, something is wrong with my YouTube chat. Oh, now it's good. Now I can read every single thing you guys are writing. Hello, Future Yang. Welcome back to the channel. Thor, Jack, Luna, Glenn, welcome. Yeah, price is below monthly, weekly, and daily. Yes, it is. And I'm still looking for sells in the sell continuation in Bitcoin. But let's understand the price action here we have. Like I said, I don't use the trend line, but you can see this trend line getting respected and the price rejected from this trend line support becoming resistance because price went lower and higher. And another thing, which is the low volume pockets, works as resistance for me where the main key level forms. So I'm not going to ignore this one as well. I'm just trying to show you guys that no matter what you do, it's like you're gonna end up at same level, even if you use trend line, use volume profile, market structure, whatever, and maybe you can say FEG. So let's check if Jonathan is watching us or not. ICT is the best trader in the world. If he has something to say, oh my god. So then it might be Anastasia something. Yeah. Struggling. Okay. Can you guys hear Roman? From the background.
Hello.
Let us know in the chat.
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Yeah. No. They're saying no.
No, they should.
They're saying no, Roman. Okay. Now is it good? Yes,
Hello,
they can hear him.
How are you doing?
Volume up, Roman.
How are you doing?
I think they, yeah. Okay. Can you guys, he asked you guys how you guys are doing. Hello, Roman. Yeah, now I see people hear you. Or maybe my chat is delayed. Okay, people are writing. Okay, so talking about the chart right now, I feel this was the best move we had on the Bitcoin yesterday, and this 8. So I don't really know the reason behind the candle falling, like based on price action, top notch, but the volume coming in this candle, maybe there might some reason, maybe related to Trump or war or something like that. But the trade was really amazing. It was like this, the same candle was falling in the gold. And you can see that the rejection was from this low pocket. Buyers and sellers were really happy at this price level. And I'm not saying TradingView is the best place to use volume profile, but it's okay to just analyze and stuff, because there are some areas where you'll see a lot of orders coming in, then the volume profile change in the software which we use. But here it's just tick based, so just taking a small help of trading view. So
Can you hear me, guys?
and also I'm done recording on the we have Anastasia with us. Hello. Oh, I can't hear her, or I have to rejoin them. Can you please confirm, Roman?
Can you hear me? Okay,
Or
perfect.
and I have to rejoin
Perfect.
like yesterday.
Yeah, and my camera wasn't connected before. Can you hear me, guys? Welcome. Good. Ayush couldn't hear me. I couldn't see him before. Now third time is a good time. We're gonna make it all work from the third time when he rejoins. How are you guys doing? Yeah. How are you all doing? Let me know in the chat. Hey guys. Hey Glenn. Future Young. Luna. Hello. Hi. Hey guys. Let's go. Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Fantastic. Great. Amazing. Amazing. We're gonna wait for Ayush back and prepared something special for today as well. So we're gonna continue the same topic as we had a couple of last weeks and be building on top of this. So before Ayush joins back, have you guys been trading today? Let me know, what did you guys trade so far? I was completely over the market today, so it's coming closer to the end of the week. We have the PC coming out as well. So before the PC, I decided to just let it be and do not try to force the trades. So by the time we are done with the presentation, we're gonna have also a small lesson on the order flow, or not so small lesson on the order flow. Depends how it goes. We're gonna have the past PC, and perhaps we're gonna have something interesting to have a look at, because gold PAX G was completely dead today due to obviously the PC. So let me just reshare the screen quickly to the charts first, and then we're gonna jump back into the actual topic of today. So the PAX G was completely dead after yesterday's huge drop. We tried to recover, and then we finally stabilized approximately the previous low. So we did break 4,000 for the first time in a very long time. And for Bitcoin, I would be mostly bearish. But again, I'm waiting for the PC. Normally, this was my analysis as well all along. So for the price to reach this level and go back down, or this one and go back down, which finally did, unfortunately, through my stop loss here, right? This happens to all of us. And then now we're going back further down. So I am expecting the price to continue deeper into this gray zone that I had marked up. And considering that on the 30-minute time frame for Bitcoin, we are below the weekly volume. So this is a weekly one. This is a monthly volume of June, and we are coming closer to the end of June as well. And if you look at the VWAP, also we are below the VWAP medium line as well. So we are below all the majority of the volumes during the session as well. So I am expecting the continuation down. The next leg down from here after the recovery. So we covered approximately 61.8% of the FIB here, and I will be expecting maybe the bounce from this area. So this can be the reaction still. So the price might react still here in this zone, but overall, even after the reaction, I am expecting more continuation further to the downside. So this is approximately what I would be waiting for. Are you guys bearish or bullish on Bitcoin today? Are you
100% bearish?
Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
You
I
are
guess
bearish?
I have to leave the stream every single time when you join, because there is a permanent glitch every time I can't hear you when you join in. So I'm gonna make a ritual to rejoin every single time when you join us.
Okay. Interesting. Your platform doesn't like me? Or how is it?
I don't know. Maybe Roman can answer this.
Maybe. So, you are bearish today?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. And on PAX?
On PAX is ranging.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I looked at it in the morning.
I mean, on the lower time frame, it is good, but on the high time frame, it's just making a foot structure after the. It's what do you call it? What kind of wedge it is? I don't know. People call it some kind of maybe sandwich. Not sandwich. What kind of pattern it is?
Equal triangle, something, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, we have this triangle. I think. Oh, is that some monthly or some point of control you have of the higher time frame on your chart? The blue line.
Sorry.
So the blue line you have on your chart is some point of control of some time frame.
The blue line is a weekly point of control. Weekly. So after the drop, we had the majority of the volume actually for the whole entire week trading on the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, for PAX, I'm waiting for the PCE because it's gonna come out soon, and then after the PCE, then I'm gonna make a decision. Yeah. And for Bitcoin, kind of actually can go short now, but again, I'm still waiting for the PCE, even of all the Bitcoin as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And you?
I don't know, I'm done.
Huh?
I'm done trading.
You're done trading?
Yeah.
But for the good reason or for the bad reason?
If I'm a good reason.
It's a good reason. Okay, that's
I can share the screenshot if you allow me to.
Of course.
So I actually took the screenshot for people to understand this trade I took. Okay, I have to share my screen. Sorry, Roman. Yeah, now it should be visible.
Hey, robots.
Welcome back, robot. The raw cake. I don't know, they are talking about something else in the chat. Hi, cake. I am friends.
I am not following that. I absolutely don't know. I was trying to understand where is it coming from, but I can't. Yeah. Any idea? Maybe it's from yesterday?
Maybe, I don't know. They create something in the chat and never tell us. Yeah. So this was my trade on the PAXG on the lower time frame. You can see it's 5-minute chart. The entry was from this low volume pocket, and price was rejecting this daily VWAP. Also, we have many buyers trapped at this high, so it was the right time to take some scalps below the point of control and took out this swing low. So yeah, this was a trade I took on the future side. It was good, smooth.
But the blue line is a point of control, right? So did you wait for the price to close below the point of control? Or did
below the point of control, yeah.
Yeah, but you waited for the price to close below the point of control first before you took a trade? Because your entry is right at the point of control, so you were looking at 1 minute time frame.
On the lower time frame, it's like it was giving me enough confirmation for the bearish footprint on the 1 minute chart. It was like there were many buyers getting trapped in this pullback. Can you see this 5-minute candle wick?
Yeah.
Second candle. That's where a lot of buyers were coming in, but they were getting squeezed down because of some passive sell traders. So that's why I went in after we closed just below the point of control and went lower.
I see.
Like yesterday, I didn't break even or maybe trailed my stop loss to break even. I was like, if it's a loser, I'll take a loss, but I'm not going to trail my stop loss.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a trade on the gold. So now we can continue with your presentation.
Sure, I'm going to reshare the screen for the presentation. There we go. We are basically building on top of what we've talked about for the past weeks. And as we were talking about the volume profile and we were talking about the footprint charts as well, and we built the base between both of those. And last time we were talking about the connection between the volume and the order flow. So we're learning how to combine both of them in a couple of different setups. And why is a combination of both of them gives us such an edge. Today, we're going to talk about a couple of entry points using the order flow signal. So the few entry points that I use myself when I trade. Right, there are many of them, and we can dive like so many times into this, and we're gonna continue, right? But today we're gonna start in this direction. So basically, again, the reason we use both, or I use both volume and the order flow, is because it gives us the perspective from two different sides. So the volume gives us the information that something is happening, that there is an interest to the specific zone, or there was an interest during the specific period of time. So there was for example, activity of market participants, and the price was important. This key level was important, but still, even if we know that the spike of the price was there, most of the times we do not know what is happening inside of this candle. So who is active, buyers or sellers? And the direction that the price goes after the volume spike immediately is not always the real direction. Sometimes it's an absorption, sometimes the price is going to reverse, sometimes the price is going to create a huge wick, and then weak the stop loss and just completely continue in the opposite side. So because of this, order flow is a turning point, because order flow is like an X-ray for the market. So it shows us exactly what was happening when the price, there was a volume spike, and who was trading there, buyers or sellers, who was in control, and what the price is most likely going to do next. So the combination of two of this is extremely powerful. So it's basically, we can say that technical analysis, just like watching the score. So when you watch a football, and now it's a championship league, so I suppose a lot of you guys who are here, I would guess that you do watch a football. So technical analysis is like watching the score, okay? So you pretty much know who is winning, more or less, but it can change every single minute. And even if it's 5 minutes before the match, it can still shift completely. Now, order flow is actually watching and understanding the game. So you see who is in control, who is more aggressive, right? And who is most likely going to win the game just by observing the behavior of the players. Another comparison is if you lose just the technical analysis and indicators, price action, you pretty much look at their menu in the restaurant. So you go in the menu and you see what is offered. But watching the order flow is basically you step into the kitchen and you see how it's cooked, which ingredients are used, and you understand if the outcome is going to be this or that. So it's watching the process in any case, okay? So, for example, if you see, like we said about last time, a massive volume print in the specific price level, and in front of you is the order flow, the footprint, the volume footprint, so not bid and ask, but the total amount of contracts on every single price level, every single tick. The areas where the footprint is darker is basically a zone of interest for major players. So when the price there is an interest, there was active trading, there was more contracts being pushed into the market, on the area of this specific footprint will be darker. And it's going to be indicating to you that this zone was important, something was happening. And when you look inside of the footprint and the behavior afterwards, you will understand that if the price comes back to this area, most likely we are going to receive a reaction. And like, for example, a lot of people trade based on the practical technical analysis, price action, just a breakout and the retest. The price breaks out of the range, comes back, retests it, and comes, for example, in direction of the breakout. But how many times did you catch yourself when the price broke outside the range, you entered in the direction of the breakout, and it came back afterwards inside of the range, hit your stop loss, and continued trading, or completely went to the other side afterwards? Those are the fake outs, and this can only be read by actually looking at the order flow. Just a quick refreshment before we're gonna dive into the setups, because this was a couple of live streams before that we did, right? This is a comparison in front of you between the candle that all of us watch every single day. This is the first thing that you learn when you open your YouTube and learn how to trade. Like the beginners, how to trade kind of videos. So this is a candle. On the right side is the volume, the bid and ask footprint. So it's a order flow. So the candlestick, the normal Japanese one, shows you the basic information about how did the price open, close, where was the high and the low. So what was the highest and the lowest price that the price reached during this specific period of time of candle formation. And on the right one is showing you exactly what happens on every single level, right? Because the information about open, the closure, and the wicks is often not enough. Again, the bid and ask footprint is where we have the bid and an ask. So it's just a refreshment. I'm not going to stay super long into this topic because we had 2 sessions, like 2 live streams before. So if you go 2 weeks before on Thursday, you will be able to find like super detailed explanation of this. But just a refreshment for those of you who are joining for the first time, or for those of you who've been here, but also just forgot some things because it's like a complex topic. So bid is on the left. Ask is on the right. So if we look at the top, we had 0 bids and 13 asks. So we had 13 aggressive buyers. The row next to it, so the cluster next under it, is 0 bids and 21 asks. So we had 21 aggressive buyers. Then 1 aggressive seller, 34 aggressive buyers, and so on and so forth. So we call it bid and ask, but to make it very correctly, it's called the bid and ask orders. So bid orders and ask orders, not just bid and ask. And the difference is that coming back all the way to our first lesson, the bid is not only aggressive selling, but it's also the passive buyers, because the aggressive sellers are always matched with a passive buyer order to be filled. And ask orders are not only buy orders. It's aggressive buy orders, yes, buy by market, but it's also the passive sell limit orders, because the buy by market order to get filled, it matches with the sell limit order. So bid orders and ask orders. In other words, on the left, we have aggressive sellers and passive buyers. On the right, we have aggressive buyers and passive sellers. Why is it important to understand this as well, and not only buyers and sellers of bid and ask? Because when you see the volume spike, or you see the spike of, for example, the volume, the point of control of this candle was 1 bid and 204 asks. Yes, it was 204 aggressive buyers for sure, but it also might be the 204 aggressive passive sellers, for example. So this is important to understand, that to be able to have 204 aggressive buy orders to be filled, you also at the same time need 204 passive sellers to be present in the market. And when we look at some of their setups that we're going to have a look at today, we will keep in mind that it doesn't necessarily need to be the entry in the side of the market. It also can be the exit. If it's on the high of the candle, on the bottom of the candle, if it's a passive order, it can be the exit, for example, from the trade, and not the entry from the trade, when sellers are massively exiting their positions or buyers are massively exiting their positions. We also have the delta footprint, which we're going to be using today. So we have bid and ask on the left, we have delta on the right. And the difference between it, again, just a refreshment, is that the bid and ask is the division basically between the bid orders and ask orders. And delta is ask minus bid. So it's a right row minus a left row. So if on the top row on the left candle, bid and ask footprint, we have 13 asks and 0 bids, the delta will be 13 minus 0, which is going to be 13. So we had the positive delta. We had more aggressive buy order. Have a 21 delta footprint, like delta number 21, right? Positive delta 21 in the next cluster, and so on and so forth. By the way, if you have any questions during the stream, just post it in the chat. Ayush is there, and I'm also going to be coming back from time to time to the chat to answer the questions. So that's, yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, right, as we already know, because there is more ask, so there is more bids, which we determined by the color of the delta. By following the same logic, the green clusters and the bright green clusters especially will tell us that we had stronger buyers within those clusters, within this area. The red clusters, especially bright red clusters, are going to tell us that we have a stronger sellers inside of these areas, inside of this specific price zone, which will give us the information for the future. If the price went into the direction of the clusters, did the aggressive buyers or aggressive sellers push the price in their direction, or were they absorbed, for example, right? And this is also going to be very important information for us. So we look at the color as well. Again, as an example, we will see the price falling mostly, there are exceptions, when the price is basically when we have a red footprint. So we have a negative footprint, we have more bids than ask, the price is most likely continuing to go down. If it shifts, and we can see how it shifts, so we had mostly red footprint, red bright deltas, then we have a mixed footprint, and the buyers are starting to step up as well. So here we have bright green clusters. First one, then mostly the footprint is green, then the next footprint is mostly green, bright green. It means that buyers are getting stronger and they're stepping in the market as well. So why in general we use the order flow, right? We talked about, like, it's basically you're watching their whole game. You understand who is in control, but in the market, without any kind of trying to, describe it in other words, the footprint is going to help you to understand where is the buyers and sellers dominating. So who is in control? Spotting the market in disbalances, where imbalances are forming between the aggressive buying and aggressive selling, which will help you to understand the further direction of the price. And you will see who is actually right now pushing the market actively, to be able to understand also where in the next minutes the price will go, because it's going to help you to not only enter the market on time, it's also going to help you to exit the market on time before the price starts reversing, for example, against you and eat part of your profits. And for those of you who really want to maximize your gains, it also helps me personally to add to my running positions when I have the profitable trade running. So because if I'm in a buy and I see the buyer dominance and the disbalances, for example, on the ask side, and I see that buyers continue to be aggressive, I will mostly add to my running trade, which will help me to maximize my good opportunity, my good running position. So the first thing out of three that we're gonna talk about today is an absorption. And that's we had so many questions, I think, about absorption the last times, because everyone is talking about absorption, but what actually is an absorption? So this is what it is. The absorption occurs, for example, when we see the aggressive buying on top of the move. So on top of the candle, on top of the footprint, the buyers are super aggressive. We have 109 more asks than bids. So we had 0, I think, or 6 something, and 109 asks. But despite an aggressive buying, the price starts falling. What it means? Again, the reason I put the previous slides inside of this presentation is because I want you to remember that the green positive delta and the asks is not only buy by market, it's also sell limit. So when the price reaches certain level, there are lots of sell limit orders and aggressive buyers are pushing, but the sell limit wall gets hit. And all this aggressive buying, it gets filled, so the order gets executed. For example, for 109 contracts, below it was like 55 ask contracts, but it hits sell limit, it gets absorbed. And because sell limit wall is so big and so thick, it absorbs the buyer's activity, but it doesn't let the price through. And if on the next candle the sellers are stepping in and they become aggressive and they send more sell by market orders, the price is likely to reverse. This is exactly what happened on the left side of our screen. So we see that, yes, the price was going up. The footprint was maybe not super bright green, but it was green. We did have a couple of bright green levels, continued, then it started to consolidate. And then on top, we had an absorption of buyers. Sorry, we had an absorption of buyers. We had lots of buy by market orders hitting the sell limit, getting filled. And then on next candle, we see the aggressive sellers stepping in, bright red delta, the next footprint is completely red and the price starts dropping. Another example of absorption is on the right side. So I especially picked this example because in one screenshot we have actually two. We have an absorption of buyers and we have an absorption of sellers, because we see the first big candle which is dropping is like a bearish big candle with red footprint. The sellers are stepping in, they are in control. Then the footprint becomes mixed, and then we see bright red levels on one candle. The price still continues down, now going down a little bit. And then on the next candle, it starts reversing. Why? Well, for the same reason. So we have their sell by market orders, but sell by market orders need the buy limit orders to be filled. So when the price goes to a certain area, if there is a thick wall of buy limit orders, the sell by market, they will hit this wall, they will get filled, the orders will be executed. But it's not going to go any further because the buy limit wall is going to be thicker and the amount of buy limit orders will be bigger than the sell by market orders coming from the market participants right now. So it gets absorbed, and then if buyers step in on the next candles, the price eventually results in the reversion. So I prefer personally trading the first option on the left. When these bright levels are on top of the candle, so the green bright deltas with a big imbalance on the ask side on top of the candle, or the bright red deltas with a big imbalance on the left side, on the bid side, on the bottom, like all the last clusters on the bottom or the last clusters on the top, because this is a perfect example of the absorption. It hits the wall, it gets absorbed, it starts reversing. So this is one of the examples, right? We have the way to display it like this, where the whole row inside of the footprint will be colored by the color depending on the delta, of course, green or red. But we also have the option to display it like this, to see the B pattern and the P pattern of the footprint. Why they're called like this? Well, it's pretty obvious, I think, because of the shape of the footprints, right? On the left, we have the letter P, and on the right, we have the letter B. Yeah. In other words, majority of the volume was traded either on top of the candle or on the bottom of the candle. And I really love to trade the absorption when it's a P pattern on the top of the move, because it gets like closer and it gets more volume, bright green deltas on top, price starts reversing. I know it was absorption. I can start selling. I can enter short position. The other way around, the price is dropping. We have more and more volume accumulating all the way at the bottom of the candle. So there was less and then more and more. It forms like a B shape. And then we have a bright red clusters all the way at the bottom. And the price starts reversing, so buyers start stepping in. It tells me, okay, the sellers, aggressive sellers were absorbed. Now I can start buying. So this is a couple of examples of absorption on the chart, including the B or P setups. So we see the trend. we see the price going further down, and the footprint was more or less balanced. As you can see, the majority of the footprints, the first 4 candles, it was more or less, the volume was distributed equally more or less within a candle. So yeah, it's a couple of spikes, but the spikes were and on top of the candle and on the bottom and on the middle. So it's a balanced footprint, we call it balanced. On the bottom, we see how the price starts low volume and it increases to the bottom. Of course, it's not gonna always look like a perfect B or P ladder, so you need to kind of get used to this. But it looks like this: the volume increases and increases and increases to the middle of to the bottom of the candle. And we can see how in the lower part of this candle, the price was accumulating volume, and majority of it was the bid volume. So we have more bright red clusters at the bottom of the candle. So it shows the seller's dominance. However, the price doesn't go any further. Why? Because the seller's dominance gets absorbed. I really love the saying that it was a lot of effort from sellers, but the effort wasn't transferred to the results. So the price starts going back up because sellers sold. They were not able to break the wall of the buy limit orders. It was not enough volume from the sell side, and the price starts reversing. So this is an example of absorption in the letter B, and this is another one. So the same exact example. The first 5 candles, more or less balanced footprint. So it's more or less balanced. As you can see, the volume spikes are everywhere in the middle, on the top, on the bottom, more or less. Then the price goes higher, and then on top of the candle, we can see that not only the spike of the volume, so the histogram becomes bigger, which means more volume was traded, but it's also the aggressive, like buying volume. We can see lots of asks on top of the candle. So it's a P shape of the candle. So we have the huge amount of ask orders, ask type orders, right? So buy by market. But if the price doesn't go any further, we know that the buyers were trying to push the price higher. They were entering aggressively the market, but they couldn't because it hits the wall of the sell limit orders. How do we know it? Of course, you don't know it in the moment. You identify their candle, and then guess what? You wait for the next candle, because the next candle is going to tell you if the effort of buyers in this case, or sellers in this case, was actually bringing results or not. So if not, you will see the beginning of the reversal, and you can start considering taking a trade in this direction. If yes, then you sit on your hands and you don't take a trade. So the most important for me personally when I use footprint is that I try to not jump too fast into the conclusions as well. Yes, I know my setup. Yes, I see it's happening, but I wait one more candle. And because I don't want to miss it as well, that's why I use the lower time frames. When I look at the footprint, I use 5 minutes, and I use range X, which is closer to like 1 minute time frame even, because it allows you to see the signals earlier than everyone else, and it allows you to take even better entry, what we call a sniper entry, when the price just starts the movement. Whether it's a majority of traders will either miss it or join the movement too late. So from the perspective of like trader, like a normal, like just a trader, right? We have the support, so the price bounced somewhere before. And how can we make, like, because you have the support level, right? Or you have the volume level. For me, it's a volume level. For some of you, it's a support level. For some of you, it's EMAs that you trade from. For some of you, it's going to be the VWAP that you trade from. In any case, you basically have their zone from which you expect the reversal. So I'm expecting, okay, the price is going to go here, it's going to hit the zone, probably it's going to go up. So I'm going to have, it's going to be my support, I'm going to look for buys. I have always two options. I can place my buy limit order or I can just buy by market when the price hits the zone. And I can buy by market even when it starts reversing. But how do I know that the reversal will continue? How do I know that the sellers are actually exhausted and they're not gonna step in back to try to push the price further down? How do I know there is actually in this zone that I marked up still any interest left to hold in the price, to stopping the price from breaking it? Using footprint as a confirmation can save you so many times when the price hits the zone and then it's just not reversing, like it continues breaking through it. Like gold yesterday, for example, it kept tanking. If you look at the footprint here, so we have some zone, let's say support, whatever you're using. And when the price goes to the zone, you switch to the footprint, you come like to, you x-ray the chart and you see we had lots of sellers. Sellers were trying to push the price further, but they couldn't. We have an accumulation of volume all the way in the bottom. We have the bright red deltas. So the sellers were active, but the next candle is already more bullish. We have buyers stepping in, the price starts reversing. So what do I know? I know that sellers were trying, but they hit the zone from buy limit orders that were observed, and the price couldn't go any further. Okay, and it's gonna be pretty much like how do I switch it, right? It's gonna be the same on the other side, but to switch this is to essentially, I'm going to show afterwards on the example. But if you're using Atas, for example, because some of you are going to use different software, right? I usually use a different software.
Yeah.
But, it's like to switch it to this type of footprint, it's Shift plus K on your keyboard. It's fairly simple if you use Atas. Right? So it's a...
Anastasiia, I mean, before we move forward, we have a question from Glenn. He's saying that, so B for buy and the P for sell.
Yes. Exactly. B for buy because it's so much volume at the bottom and then it just doesn't go any further despite the volume and despite aggressive selling. And P for sell because you have the accumulation of volume on the top. It's so much volume, but it still doesn't go any further despite this volume. So yeah, kinda yes.
And that really something gives me enough confidence when the price, I mean, looking at the price and the number is not always important. And when the candle enters my key zone or maybe low volume pockets, I really like to wait for the B and P shape delta in my candle. And it's like a lot of buyers building up at the resistance and the candle closing bearish. That's the best candle to enter the trade. And many times the trades are zero drawdowns. I click the sell button and the candle dies towards the take profit. During scalping on the lower time frame. That's the best confirmation I use. And so guys, pay attention. If you are blindly using just volume profile, there are many things which can give you enough confluence to trades, and also some entries which are really faster and quicker by just looking at the delta and the candles and the footprint in the market. And one more thing to add, the chart which Anastasiia has is of Atas. So not every single platform of order flow provides really clean, presentation of the delta, because on my chart, on the Motivwave, it's really difficult to watch delta printing with the colors and stuff. But on her chart, it is really highlighted in the dark colors if they have aggressive buy or ask limit, or maybe the trades at the price level. On my chart,
you cannot change the sensitivity of the footprint?
No. There's no setting. I have many times, but I'm just waiting for the update. But I think I might use Atas for the only footprint because I like the.
Honestly, for footprint, I didn't use the one that you are using, but I've tried many, like the most common ones. And not so common, and it's just so user friendly because it's simple. Like it's a complicated thing made simple. Yeah. That's why, because look at this. This is pretty clear, right? And but you use also the P and B shape on the footprint when you trade.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I really love this part. It doesn't on some asset it forms a little bit less than on the others, But it's it's almost always is a very good confirmation of the absorption. But as long as you wait, guys, this is what is really important. I wait one more candle for confirmation of start of the beginning of the reversal. Because the whole point is, okay, I see the absorption. I want to see that it cannot break through, and it didn't. And then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Jonathan is in the chatter.
Jonathan and Mike, they are writing things. I can't hold myself. I'm not going to read anything if I see some blue lines. Yeah.
P for perish. B for bullish, P for perish, he says. I love this. I kind of like it.
We have, I guess, 19 people watching us. Maybe. Yeah, 19, but we have 9 likes. What other 10 viewers are doing, guys? We need likes to do the giveaway. Maybe we can do at how many likes do we need today, Anastasia, for the giveaway?
How many do we have again?
We have 19 people watching.
And we have 11 likes by now.
Yeah.
I think we can do by the 25. What do you think? Or 20? Do we make it a little bit easier or a little bit more difficult?
Let's do 25.
Yeah, life is not easy, right? Why the giveaway should be. Yeah. I'm joking. 25 likes, guys, for the giveaway. No, I'm pretty sure we can get the 25. Just everyone who didn't put the like button before, just make sure that you do. While I keep going with my blah blah about the footprint charts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have any more questions, right? I cannot see them in the chat anymore. I think that was it.
Luna was saying that they are digesting the information, so they are just all ears on the presentation today.
That's
and
good.
The topic is really warm. Every single thing I use for confirmation. First, you explain the absorption. Now you're going to explain imbalance. So I think this session is really loaded with a lot of knowledge about volume profile and stuff in order flow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to rewatch it because, again, I believe it was the same for you when you first time learn, and it's it takes some time to settle for this information. But once it clicks, it's a completely different view on the market. It's you're never gonna see the market in the same way as you did before.
Yeah,
there's no way. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go then.
Let's go. So the other thing that I want, the second setup that I want to explain today, I'm giving you guys all their pieces of their knowledge that I trade with. So it's just, I'm giving you back all the nuggets. So the other thing is I want to explain to you is a footprint imbalances. So because a lot of people say, okay, imbalance, it's applied in smart money concepts, it's applied in ICT concepts. So many people trade imbalances, but the problem with it is that actually the imbalance, what people think it is not what it actually is. And there is a candle imbalance and there is a footprint imbalance. So the one that I want to show you today is a footprint imbalance. Footprint, when we look like this, we have a bid and ask, right? So the footprint is always red diagonally. So it's compared this one like this to this. The numbers inside of the footprint are compared diagonally the way you see the arrow. Imbalance is the comparison diagonally between those two numbers. So this is how the bullish imbalance will look like. If you turn it on in some platforms, I'm pretty sure almost all platforms should have this option to turn the imbalance on. Inside of the footprint, you can also turn this off. I have it always on when I trade footprint charts, no matter the time frame, because I actually want to see the comparison between bid and ask with the specific parameters. So again, it's compared like this, and if, for example, the bid like here is at least 3 times higher then the ask diagonally on the right side, it's gonna highlight the bid. So 13 is more than 3 times higher than 2, so it highlights it as an imbalance. 61 is more than 3 times higher than the 14, so it highlights it as an imbalance. 42 is not 3 times higher, and 88 is also not 3 times higher than 42, so it doesn't highlight anything. And zeros are usually turned off because it doesn't matter, it was a zero, there are 0 contracts traded. So if we look at the imbalance, if we look at the actual footprint, we will see that, for example, let's go from the candle that I had an example. On the top, we have 14 and 20, bigger, more than 3 times bigger than 6. Then we have 21. 21 is more than 3 times bigger than 3, which is on the left diagonally. Then the next one in the middle, 12 is more than 3 times bigger than 1. 50 is more than 3 times bigger than 6. So it highlights the imbalances. And because we have all the imbalances within this candle on the ask side, it's called the bullish imbalance, the buying ask bullish imbalance. I attached the settings, how it looks on my side. Again, you can find similar settings probably on almost any single platform. And what is really important is the imbalance rate. Again, it's set for me to 300, which is 300%. So 3 times or more higher. The default for all the platforms, for majority of the platforms, is usually 150. So 1.5 times higher. For me, I want to see the imbalance when it's 3 times more bids or 3 times more asks and not less, because I actually want to see the huge difference between buying and selling pressure. So again, as we talked before, right, we have the delta and we have the volume footprint. So the delta footprint will be the difference between asks and bids. The volume footprint will be the summary of asks and bids. And if we look at, for example, their price, we will all if you look at the footprint chart, we will always use either the delta footprint or we will use the bid and ask footprint for majority of the assets. I used the volume footprint only for oil when I was trading it, because oil doesn't have so much imbalances and oil reacts a lot on the volume, but there is a majority of the assets is going to react on bid and ask or delta footprint or bid and ask delta colored. Doesn't matter. But since we already know the imbalances concept, and again, if it's confusing, let me know. One of their setups that I do trade is called the stacked imbalance. The stacked imbalance is when you have 3 or more imbalances in a row on one side. So the one that is highlighted in front of you is a bullish stacked imbalance. The price was it was a green bright delta, and I have the sensitivity on this chart very low, so it's a really huge amount of orders. And you have the 3 imbalances in a row on the ask side, so bullish buying imbalances. When it's 3 in a row, it's called the stack of imbalances, and it usually plays a very good role of support. So if you saw the stack of imbalances on the bottom of the candle, bullish imbalances, when the price comes back to it, it's going to play a role of support, and you can expect the reversal and the continuation to the upside from the bullish stacked imbalance. That being said, if you combine this knowledge with an absorption that we just talked about, it's going to be the double confirmation, because we had the bullish stacked imbalances. But besides this, we had the big ask volume on the bottom of the candle, and the price afterwards continued going up, right? But on the other hand, if you will have the flip, the reversal basically, and you will have the bearish stacked imbalance on the bottom. And after the bearish stacked imbalance, the price will continue to go up. It will also play a role of support, because it will be an absorption of sellers and stacked imbalance at the same time. So you can play around with it. You can use it like this, or you can combine both setups at one, and it's going to be a very powerful confirmation. And this is basically how it's gonna look. Also, another example. So you will have you had the bullish stacked imbalance. It was even 4 in a row, not 3 in a row, and the price was still consolidating. And then when it goes up, this area still remains as a support. So you can see how the price comes back down twice and uses this area as a support and continues to go up. So again, if you see the bullish stacked imbalance, the price continued to go up after this. The price comes back to this, you can expect buying, and you can either place a buy limit order or once again wait for extra confirmation on one of those that we talked about already before. And it's gonna look exactly the same as a bearish stacked imbalance. The difference will be that the imbalances will be on the bid side. So the third candle from the left side, you will see the bearish stacked imbalance, 3 imbalances on the left. The whole, like this, highlighted as a stack, and then the price starts going down. Here on this example, you even have an extra confirmation because when the price reversed from the stacked imbalance, we also had the huge amount of sell orders coming in. So we had the bright red deltas on the next candle, which confirmed that the sellers are stepping in aggressively, and you could take a sell immediately on the same candle without even looking for their comeback and reaction of the resistance. Or you could if you wanted. So there's 2 different opportunities how you could take this trade event. So here is a combination of the absorption with the stacked imbalance. You have the price pushing back higher, and you have their imbalances on the ask side. Or if you look at this candle, like let me try to zoom in maybe like this, it's gonna be better. So if you look at this candle, you will see that we had the majority of the imbalances on the ask side. It wasn't the P shape, not bullish, but not bullish. So but however, we did have the huge amount of imbalances on the ask side, and a pretty big amount of contracts as well on the ask. It forms the stacked imbalance, but the price doesn't continue to go higher. So it starts reversing, which means that buyers were very aggressive. However, it hits the wall of sell limit orders, and the stack confirms that the price was trying to go higher through the wall of sell limit orders, but it couldn't. So the price slows down and starts reversing. So this is an absorption and stacked imbalance at the same time, and a very powerful entry for short as well. And here even the P pattern afterwards with the volume, which also is an extra confirmation. So you could take a short immediately after on this candle or on the next candle if you wanted. So this is an example. Do we have any questions in the chat?
I do have.
You have, okay.
Yeah, so the blue highlighted line you have is something which comes with the platform, or you added in the presentation?
No, it comes with the platform.
Oh my God. So it marks the imbalances with the very bold colors.
But you don't have it also?
No.
I'll show you afterwards. I'll put it on the platform. Yeah, you have. It highlights for you. I'm gonna connect now. And it highlights for you the stacked imbalance always.
And the footprint you have on the on this presentation, is it of the ATAS X or only ATAS?
It has in both, it's possible.
Okay.
This is a screenshot from ATAS Classical, but it's the same on ATAS X.
Okay.
Yeah, the charts on footprint is exactly the same. They programmed everything on the ATAS X the same way.
Because like on the chart, on the motive wave I'm using, there many times I see stacked imbalances, and sometimes I miss out because they don't have the highlight feature. I have to do it manually, maybe mark with the tool and something like that to highlight the imbalance. But if it's automated, then it will make my job easy.
Yeah, no, it's automated perfectly, so you don't need to, because sometimes you cannot notice it, right? Sometimes the footprint is so fast, especially if you do 1 minute or 3 minutes or range XV charts, that it's impossible to notice all of it.
Yeah,
it's too much otherwise. Yeah, no, I'll put it on and I'll show you after.
Okay.
Hello.
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 Wow, you guys are great with the small talk again today, I see. Okay, thanks.
Don't
What is
blame me
it when
for
I
that.
walk into the room and it's just like, hey guys, how you doing? Hi. Okay, right. Wow, that's great. Thanks. Moving on then.
Don't blame me. I sleep on average 4.5 hours in a day, so
And that's a terrible excuse.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, let us know, guys, what you thought about Anastasia's presentation. Amazing as always, Anastasia. Thank you so much. Was there anything else you wanted to go through? Was there any other parts?
No, but I'm gonna show how to stack and balance looks in ADAS for a second. So let me just reconnect.
Anastasia, I have one more request. Can we expect the entire footprint setting from your end on the ADAS?
Everything that I'm using.
No, only the footprint.
Yeah, of course. On the next one, because I want to go for a couple of other setups, and then because it's not gonna make sense otherwise, for sure. But I can send it to you if it's for you. I will send it to you privately.
And then fine, because I'm really amazed with the feature they have on the platform.
It's really good, yeah. So this is the chart. So what we need to do is we need to go to bid and ask, delta colored. And then the imbalance itself is turned on in the settings. So you click on the setting button and then it's probably not going to show. Yeah. So the problem with the streaming platform, when I stream it as X, it doesn't show the settings because it's an extra pop-up window.
Oh, yeah.
You got to share your whole screen.
Yes, I need to share the entire screen like this, basically.
There you go. Yep.
It's okay? It's working now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just don't want to create the mirror corridor. So it's like this, and then you go in the footprint settings, and all the way in the bottom, on the footprint chart settings, you will find the bid and ask imbalances. So for me, it's always enabled. And we can put it in a bold text, for example. And let's say I want it, it's not going to be visible. Okay. So let's say we want it in the orange and it's 300 imbalance rate. So 300, three times or bigger, 300%. And ignore the zero values. And then in the indicators, you have something, this is just imbalances itself. So you will be able to see the imbalances now because of the PC. It's a lot of zeros. So gotta love PC. So here, some of the imbalances will be visible immediately. Let's say we don't. So here some imbalances will be visible. I normally put the zeros off, but just for the presentation. And then in the indicators, you will look for the indicator which is called the stacked imbalance. And in the settings of it, you also place the imbalance ratio 300. Imbalance volume doesn't need to be on. It's thinking. It's my laptop. In days to look back, I always place 180 days, so it actually shows the history, and then you just give it a color. And if you want to extend the line until the touch, or just until it touches with the price, so if it's like a prolonged line, you can change it in the settings as well. Now, hopefully it's going to start responding and it's going to highlight this because this is a stack of imbalances on top of the candle as well. So it should highlight it, but it's not responding to me. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. But I can't get TradingView back on my DX trade. It's gone.
Why?
I don't know. I closed it foolishly.
Maybe your force is played on DX.
No, it won't come back again. So now I'm stuck on the DX trade chart, which just doesn't respond the same way. It's just not the same. Glenn has somehow figured it out, but I don't know how.
What's with your trading view again?
My trading view on DX trade, I can't find it.
Wow.
I don't know why. It's not under tools, Glenn. Gerard, for news, I usually use my FX book. It's pretty good for news announcements, and it kind of gives you everything, and then you can filter it out. But there's loads of them out there. If you just look for economic calendar, you'll find them on there.
Roman, can we share someone else's screen? I'm gonna reload the platform with less charts. It's probably because I'm streaming, and I'll show the stacked and balance normal settings.
There's mine. Launched it from the dashboard instead of direct. Launched from the dashboard. Trading dashboard. Where did you launch it from, Glenn? I'm confused.
Huh?
I'm talking to Glenn because I can't find it. I can't find it, Glenn. Can't find it. It's not there. Definitely not there. And it's not under tools. Not there. Not under my account. So I don't know. It's disappeared. I had a call with DX Trade yesterday, and I was really nice to them, and this is how they repay me. I even said that we would ask for feedback on what could they improve and what could they make better in their platform. They do this.
Maybe they didn't like it.
Apparently they didn't. So
Can you try on different browser?
I could, but that's going to be a pain in the bum because I've got the only login saved on this browser, so I'd have to copy login. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, Ayush.
You sound like Jonathan, right?
Turn one-click trading off. Okay.
Whole chat is helping him.
Thank you, guys.
To find the trading view?
Yeah, because where's it gone?
How is it possible?
It was here yesterday. It was here in this like little window. Now it's gone. I don't know where it's gone. Don't know. Is Bitcoin doing the same thing as yesterday? Says Mrs. Ponyo. Let's have a look. That's on the 1 minute. Let's look at the 1 hour. I don't know. What do you think, Ayush? I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, we discussed we are looking for more cells in the Bitcoin. So yeah, same as yesterday, but need the same speed as yesterday. That would be good.
Wait, I need my trading view back. Fib retracement.
And I need my imbalances to work.
This isn't working. This is very bad news, guys. Log out and log in, says Gerard. Oh, the same with mine. What, if you log out and log in? I can log out.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
How did you do that, Gerard? It's back. There it is. Gerard, you have my immense gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for that.
I fixed it.
You fixed what?
I fixed my imbalances.
Oh, you fixed your imbalances. I thought you were trying to claim. I thought you were trying to claim credit for fixing my trading view.
No, I cannot fix your trading view, but I can fix my setup. Sorry.
It's better than nothing.
Ayush, so basically this is how it's gonna look like. So this is a stacked imbalance. It highlights it. Yeah. So you can select many things. You can select the filter, so it only highlights you imbalances when the amount of contracts that were traded inside of each cluster is more than a certain amount. You can switch off, for example, zero values if they do not perform and so on. But this is an example of like today, basically earlier. So we had an S&P 500 5-minute footprint chart. So we had a stacked imbalance here at 10:10 on CAT time, and the price rejected it one time and then rejected it another time and then basically went down, and it went down for like from the imbalance maximum like 55 ticks or something, so it was a good scalp. Yeah,
That's gonna be really amazing to use these imbalances for the acceptance or maybe inversion. It's like having them with at the low volume node and price getting rejected, maybe absorbing the buyers or sellers, and with imbalances reaction, it's gonna add more confidence in the trade. So I will switch to ATAS.
Yes, I did
It will
it.
take.
No, I actually didn't try to, but it's just amazing.
I mean, they have the cleanest footprint setting, to be honest, and compared to all the platforms.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, compared to the other platforms when it's just too complicated, and it's difficult for me for the eyes even to see, like to understand the numbers. Here they have pretty simple one, and it's like complicated enough. Why would you make your life even more difficult?
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
already difficult.
Robot says when he has PC issues, just downloads more RAMs. That seems to work. How do you download more RAMs? Those things are more expensive than Bitcoin these days. RAM is extortionate.
Yeah, I have a balance with my imbalances. Exactly this.
DX trade's suddenly not basic anymore. No, exactly. Sadly, my Apple long that I took yesterday didn't work out, which is a little bit disappointing. Got wicked out by a horrible news candle by the looks of things. I think it was the market open actually, which is a shame. So, and it would have actually gone probably to take profit, but never mind. That's the way it goes.
I remember how he was selling this Bitcoin and he got off the stream, and I hope he got back into the sell because it just started tanking. No, you didn't. No.
No. Do you know what? The only time I trade is on stream right now. For the last few months, the only time I'm actually in front of the charts, looking at the charts, trying to do any kind of resemblance of trading is on stream.
Wow.
Because I'm just so busy with work and everything else. So
Well, it's good to not trade when you are busy, that's for sure. I made the mistake too many times, to be fairly honest.
Yeah. But the good thing is it means that we have got lots and lots and lots of cool things in the pipeline with Tradeify Crypto. So, the migration to the Discord, that for some people might have been a huge, big thing. But that's just the start, guys. That is just the start. So yeah. If you've got any suggestions, make sure you stick them in suggestions in the Discord. We do look at them all. So yeah, make sure you stick them in there. But yeah, there's lots of exciting stuff happening, which is really, really cool. Yeah, that Bitcoin sell. Oh, just look at that. That would have been glorious, wouldn't it? That's where I got out. Got in and got out. That's just frustrating.
Oh my god. That's yeah, I see why.
The took out the highs, and then was just sold off ridiculously. And we broke that 60k value again. How do you guys feel about?
Was there?
Sorry, go on, Ayush.
I mean, was there something going on in the news and stuff, because Bitcoin and gold was falling like crazy, and I find nothing in the internet during that time.
When?
I didn't see anything.
But when?
Me too. Yesterday, when gold and Bitcoin both together was falling.
I didn't see anything.
The only thing that has happened yesterday is that there's a general sell-off on tech stocks. So SpaceX has sold off as well. All the highs and everything else. Like Musk is no longer quantified as a trillionaire anymore. He's now whatever it is, 950 odd billion. So I think
I saw this memes yesterday about Musk.
Yeah, I think the reality is that the market's now getting a little bit nervous about how the Magnificent Seven are basically all in cahoots with one another, and they're all financing each other. So I think we're just starting to see a lot of anxiety coming around. If you look at Tesla, you look at Nvidia, you look at Apple, this is on the 1 hour charts, Google as well, they're all coming off. So for me, it suggests that there's a shift in sentiment.
Yeah.
Luna, Jonathan would be sad, but I think he'd be more sad if it was Donald Trump. Elon Musk does make his loss of trillionaire status will make Jonathan sad, but I think if it was Donald Trump, then yeah, he'd be more sad. So yeah. Let's have a look at the let's have a look at the indices quickly.
I will leave you for just 1 minute. I'm gonna get a water and come back after this whole talk.
No worries.
Okay.
Monologue. 1 second.
Yes, the NAS has slowly been creeping up. We had a massive push at the end of yesterday, which is interesting. S&P just ranging horribly. Nikkei's not doing too badly. The DAX ranging horribly.
Everything ranging horribly.
Oil is really coming off. Basically coming back down to prices from before the war started. Interesting, the Dow is looking quite strong.
Glenn says DXY is still above $1.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the Dixie. Yeah. Yeah, no, the Dixie's looking strong. Obviously we're not at the crazy levels that we were at the beginning of 2025. So I would say there's still a bit of a way to go to try and recover some of that. But if we look at that move down to there, I would say 103 is kind of the next area. So I think we're still going to see some dollar strength coming back in. If we're just looking at that from a technical perspective, then that looks realistic. I'm not sure it's going to be sustained though. That's the only thing. Let's have a look. Don't know why this has all been rearranged on my charts. Yeah, you see Euro USD looks like it's going to have...
Why there are many rainbows?
Say again? What was that, Ayush?
There were many colors in your chart.
Many colors in my chart?
There were many colors on your chart. Yeah.
That one?
Now there. Yeah. Is it something with your... Are you using some indicator like liquidation stuff?
No, these are actually my own drawings that I put onto charts, just to distract me more than anything else. No, I mark out certain levels. Zones and levels are the two things that I mark out. Primarily engulfing candles and inside bars as well. Those are kind of areas that I look for as part of my strategy. If we look at gold, yeah, gold has sold off really nicely and looks like it's going to continue to do so, I would say, for the time being. It's got a liquidity level down here at 3929. So I could easily see us dropping another $100 to claim that level. If we look at that on the daily, I think we'll probably try and maybe close some of this gap and then look to sell. We're on a Thursday, so we've already taken the body of last week's last week's candle. So looking to see a further sell-off could even happen this week. I would say we've obviously still got a few more days left of the month as well. In addition to that, this in fact was an inside bar on the monthly as well. So it was a 1 month as well, which I would normally mark out like that. So basically inside bars, for me, they indicate a contraction level where price is just contracted and contracted down. So if you imagine this area here on that 1 month candle, this is gold CFD price, by the way. Let's go down to the 4 hour where I've marked that one out. So you can see there was no big expansion in that time, right? So we're going from basically November there. So price did open up, but then it came back into a range. So it didn't really expand out within that area. And it was within this wider, so it didn't break out from the previous highs or the previous lows. So it just contracted down and then eventually moved on out. So the way I see it is that down here, we have an area that price would want to come back and retest again and take as it's contracted down and it's expanded out. So we'd be looking for it to come and take those areas, especially on a monthly area. So if we look at it on the monthly, you can see it there. I'll get rid of that zone. That inside bar down here is where I would be looking for price to be trying to return to. Glenn saying, I know Anastasiia said Bitcoin to drop, but what levels? Let me have a look.
Maybe
can you guys still hear me okay?
Swing low. The swing low. Can you say something again?
I've got terrible connection, it seems, but the stream seems to suggest that you guys can see me and hear me okay. So I'm just going to carry on and hopefully I can hear Ayush in a little while. What's that, Roman? Okay. My connection was lagging. Apologies.
No, but I can still see the delay, the audio delay. I mean, his mouth starts moving first and the audio comes later.
Ayush, I can't hear you at all, my friend. I'm just about
He
getting
said
worried.
something, I can't hear him. Oh,
Okay. And Ayush is gone. Where was I? Did any of that make sense, guys? It's just you guys can't hear each other. I know that Yumi, that's kind of a problem. It makes it somewhat difficult to stream with somebody when you can't hear the other person. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Where are we with Bitcoin? Bitcoin, yeah, I think Bitcoin realistically, I can see us coming down to the 50 level, if I'm being honest with you. We've reached this area here, but there's nothing really significant on the monthly there. Let's have a look on the weekly. Broken past that area. Again, there was nothing of great strength in this area here. There was an attempt to push down here. So we're in that area now, in fact. And you can see we've wicked off it a couple of times before moving off. So the possibility of going higher, but I think we've got more downside pressure because this zone that I've marked out is from an engulfing bearish candle. Hence why I'm expecting sellers to kick in here. We also have this little area in here as well. That's also a nice little area that sellers will be sitting. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see it here in this little cluster here on the weekly. So these two zones are areas that I'm anticipating price to come and retest. Ayush, you're back. Can we hear each other?
I can hear you, but can you hear me? And I think the audio delay is gone.
Nope. Okay. We shall continue and hope that we can get this sorted eventually. So for me, if I go down to the 4 hour, I think Bitcoin sells, they seem reasonable. If we just draw a fib from this breakout here, we've already reached the 6180 level here, and we start to sell off from it. So a reasonable trade idea would be if you were in this, I mean, you could do it from the 50. So you could do stop loss there, take profit down there for a 2-to-1 risk to reward. It's not a bad trade idea, in fact. Ayush, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Nope. Anastasia's back as well. But yeah, that's maybe a trade idea. Can't remember who was asking about Bitcoin. Glenn was asking about Bitcoin. Maybe
To short it, because we've been talking about this actually with Ayush when we just started the live stream.
Yeah, that's what Glenn was asking about. So Glenn was asking, he said that you are expecting Bitcoin to drop, but what level is lower possible? So that's just a very simple trade idea there on selling down to 56,950 basically.
Yeah.
Which actually doesn't look bad. I'm tempted. Let's see.
Yeah, past the PC, so it might be good.
Yeah, let's see. 61,940.
Anastasia, can you say something?
I am saying something.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a delay with Anastasia as well. So I think there's something is wrong with
What's that?
from my end.
I don't know. Do I need to rejoin? Maybe it's on my side.
No, not you. It's me.
I can hear you.
I can hear you too. I also can hear myself.
That is the first sign of madness. So that's something you need to. I can't help you with that. That's only the professional can help you with that.
Thank you.
No problem. I've taken a slightly riskier entry, or not entry, but a slightly riskier stop loss. So just above this high here, I'm anticipating that Bitcoin will just now sell off from here and go down to that 56.90. So if I go back to my analysis on TradingView, you can see it there. So my entry wasn't probably as good as that. It was at, what was it, 61.023. So it was at 61.0, let's call it 30 there. So we'll see. But that's my entry at the moment. Glenn says he can hear an echo.
No, maybe not.
I can leave and come back if you like. Can't hear Ayush at all, but I don't know if Ayush is just sitting there in silence like he usually does. Okay. Oh dear.
I am thinking about selling Bitcoin.
Come join me in the selling. Come join me, Anastasiia.
Yeah. It started dropping already. It was actually perfect before, but before I didn't want to enter it because it was PC.
Yeah.
And now it was consolidating. Now it's dropping, you know. So it's
Roman, could you switch to Anastasiia or Ayush's screen?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave and rejoin. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So I'm basically looking for the sell right now because what we talked about before with Ayush, that we were at the VWAP line right here in the middle, and then the price started dropping from here. From also the point of control there, today's day was at the same level. So we had the point of control, we had the VWAP from today, and then it was perfect. The only things that we did have a short squeeze towards the PCE, so which we perfectly had, like we reached the upper deviation of the VWAP, and now with the prices dropping, the only thing is that we are at their previous value of the VWAP from yesterday, so it might also get a pullback, but in general, I'm expecting the continuation down and even to renew those lows from yesterday. So I'm aiming much more further into the downside, to be fairly honest with you. I'm just gonna open TradingView for a second because I have some issues today with this one. But I have the analysis for Bitcoin already since a couple of days for the short. Here's the second chart, and I'm expecting like much lower levels around 59.1, maybe even 58 level in the next couple of days, to be fairly honest with you. What do you think, Ayush? Is it possible for Bitcoin to reach 58, 59 in the next couple of days? Or you think we're going to be holding above 60? Because it's a psychological level as well, you know? From the technical perspective, for me, it's 58, 59 for Bitcoin. But the only concern is that, okay, like psychological.
I mean, yeah, looking at the price action. First of all, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfectly, I can hear you.
Okay. Now I can speak. So looking at the structure and the high time frame and things, it's like I think it will keep on dumping below 58,000 as well for the Bitcoin. I don't think so. Price will give maybe take out the swing high at the 67. That's going to be really difficult until we have some news doing crazy stuff. But I think we can go more lower on the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Mike, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, good.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you perfectly. For me, I can hear both of you. Absolutely no issues.
That's good for you.
Ayush just doesn't want. Ayush's technology doesn't want
A
me to hear
day
him or him to hear
Ayush,
me.
do you know if they... Yeah.
I feel as though, like, when I'm trying to talk to Ayush, it's as if I'm talking to him that
I
he's
will
on the moon or
check
something.
and
Like there's a delay of like 10 seconds before he hears what I've said.
it's the delay on the screen at the panel we have, not the. If I look at your video, there is no delay.
Now we've
Now
lost
Anastasia
Anastasia.
is gone. Now I can't hear. Yeah, and the delay is on the mics. Like, oh my god, there is a lot of thing happening on my screen, to be honest.
Okay then. Well, normal service will resume
I think
soon.
right
guys.
after Anastasia left, there was a delay on your normal video as well. Right after she left.
We got Roman still
glitch
here. Is
back.
Roman still here? Okay. Yeah. Ayush, what did you change?
I did nothing. No, I did nothing.
Maybe that's the problem.
I did nothing at all.
We have no idea.
Bad internet day again. Yeah, we have no idea. I'll buy you Starlink. Starlink is not available in my
So you-
country. I would have used that way before.
Just shy of 57.
I must think you're watching a badly dubbed.
Just shy of 57,000. Yeah. 56,950.
Oh,
Go
look
as
at
well.
Mike printing.
Do you know what?
beautiful.
Those of you that don't know, when Anastasia and I trade and stream together, and when we agree, it tends to mean that we're right.
Yeah, that's true.
So, just saying, guys, sell Bitcoin. Sell Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll see. No, it looks. I mean, it's selling off right now. There's a nice dump happening.
Yeah, not taking complaints afterwards, eh?
Yeah, don't complain about any bad signals, guys. Yeah, but caught very nice actually. Very right, very nice sales at the moment. Let's see what's happening on gold. Gold is just ranging at the moment after a bit of a pump earlier. SpaceX just had market open 10 minutes ago, so SpaceX looks like it's going to sell off as well, by the looks of things. That looks like an asset that really wants to sell. Let's have a look. Tesla as well. They all actually, do you know what? These all look like they're primed to. Oh, look at Nvidia and Apple. Holy moly! Look at that. Market open on those guys has been a bloodbath. Apple's down 3%. That is insane. And Bitcoin's still going.
Yeah, it's continued to drop.
Yeah. The market is not happy, guys. Not happy. Yumi says the streaming gods don't want Ayush and Mike to talk because that would be too much to handle for normal humans. You're probably right there. Yumi, you are probably right. Luna says it's because Jonathan ate the apple. It could also
Too
be
much
that.
sweetness.
Jonathan ate the apple, just like Eve in the Garden of Eden. Adelaide says,
Oh, Mike, I think your Bitcoin short is doing great.
It's
Yeah.
doing great. It's not just doing good.
It's doing beautifully. It's going to finally get me
Yeah.
out of.
I think one candle and it will hit your TP.
You think so? at 56,950.
May I know why your target is very lower, not this swing low?
So this is my analysis here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, but for me, it makes perfect sense actually.
So what I've actually done is I've gone. This is the safer trade, where I've got it marked out on my trading view, but the actual trade I've gone for is this. Is that one there? So it's a really simple just break and retest. So we broke this structure here with this move down, with those few candles, pulled back up to 61.80, and now we're selling off again. So the safer bet would be to put my stop loss up here, but the way that it's reacting off that 61.80 so strongly suggests that actually it's ready to go already. So that's why I've just put my stop loss just above that high there.
No.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I am expecting the potential pullback from yesterday's VWAP lower deviation, approximately 59.8, 59.9. But rather than that, I'm expecting it to continue to go further down.
Yeah. I mean, Apple's still selling off. Google is selling off. Tesla's holding for the moment. Nvidia is just a bloodbath right now. Ouch. What does it look like on the hourly? Oh, that's not good for Nvidia. Oh man. Is there anything happening in the news right now? Let's have a look. Micron Technology has surpassed Tesla in market value for the first time. No, nothing.
Mike.
Yeah.
I have one request.
Mm.
Can you please remove your hand from your mouth? I'm just trying to understand that there's a delay or not.
There you go.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Oh dear. Gerard says, I'm going to pass my challenge today if my TP will hit for hype. Let's have a look at hype. What are you doing with hype, Gerard? Are you selling it? I'm guessing you are.
Oh, Bitcoin is just tanking. It's just a bloodbath.
It is, isn't it? Look at it. This is great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Keep doing it.
This is why, like, just buying Bitcoin or holding it, it's just boring. You know, this is why you want to trade it, you know, because you get to enjoy the highs and the lows. You know, you get to, when there's blood on the floor, you get to just hoover it all up and make profit from it. So yeah. Luna says, not expecting this with NVIDIA. Do you know what? I don't think NVIDIA are either, to be honest with you, Luna, because, yeah, that is one horrible looking 4-hour candle. Just look at that selling pressure there. As a daily candle, if it stays looking like that, that's not looking good for NVIDIA. That's a significant amount of selling pressure coming in. And I could see NVIDIA selling off a fair bit and pulling further back down. Where would I probably look for? Let's see. Extend to the right. Oh no. Let's go like that. There we go. From a technical perspective, we've broken that 50 level and we're coming back down to the 6180. I mean,
Oh my god.
is there more?
It's just going.
Wow, it's just,
I
yeah.
think it will take
Wow.
the previous swing low.
It's just tanking. Yikes.
Is it because Mike took the shot?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
with my simulated 100k account. Yeah, that's exactly what's tanked Bitcoin. Is my one lot of Bitcoin still has been a signal for everyone. Go sell it, sell it, sell it.
Yeah, but you said it on the live, so maybe people sold it and you're getting an accumulative effect on the market.
All 18 of you, is it, that's watching us right now?
Can we call you a market manipulator at this point?
Do you know what? There are a
Market
few.
maker.
Do you remember the live stream that we did, Anastasiia?
Oh yeah, that one? I remember that one.
I think it was on the NAS.
I think I will always remember this live stream, Mike.
I was doing a live stream with Anastasiia and somebody else.
The best live stream in my life.
I can't remember what it was, but I just said, watch it drop. Those are my words. Watch it drop now. And literally within seconds, it tanked just ridiculously, didn't it? It just.
Yeah, but I should say what was before or not?
No, you can if you have to.
No, I don't have to.
I'm not.
My friendship is more important to you.
I'm too embarrassed to say it, but you can say it.
So you guys need to know that Mike was in a long position, in a short position before, with a stop loss just when the price reversed, and it just hit. I think it's like 1 or 2 ticks. It was no.
Yeah.
It was like 1 or 2 ticks, and he says on the live stream, now it's gonna tank. And within like 1 minute, the news hit, and it hits TP, but like candle, like Bitcoin right now.
It was awful, so bad.
Well, you have a funny story for the rest of your life.
I have many funny stories for the rest of my life, to be fair.
About trading, especially, probably. All of us do.
About trading, about all sorts. So yeah. But yeah. But right now, I am happy as a pig in something that I won't say because I don't want us to get banned on YouTube. Yeah, this is looking like a beautiful sell.
Yeah, it is a really beautiful sell.
Wow. Apple's still going.
Straight to candles, 15 minutes.
Sorry, give me a second, guys.
Today's fall is more beautiful than the yesterday. Look at the 30-minute chart. It's just one candle going lower.
Yeah. It's just tanking.
Move to break even, Mike. That's what Glenn's saying. That's what I would do. Imagine he's busy on the call and the price goes up. Takes up
It's one candle. Just like this V-shaped recovery, on the highs, takes highs. Well, I moved mine to break even.
So what you are targeting, Anastasiia? Is the swing low or somewhere else?
No, I'm just gonna let it be for now.
Oh, I like it. Let it be trade.
Yeah. It's like this trade where if it continues, I'm just gonna let it be. No, I'm not. I don't want to close it on the swing low because the reason I have this zone is because if you look at the 4-hour time frame, like this, I had this target actually. Like this zone was for me the target already from here. So this was when we were talking about the Bitcoin drop a long time ago on this live streams when I started this live streams with you. So it was a huge, long time ago. Well, not long, but I was targeting this area, and it's finally, I should have held a swing, as you can see, which of course I didn't because I'm not a swing trader, but sometimes I shoot when I have such an idea, of course, which I messed up, of course, with this. But I'm looking for the price to take all the previous lows. And also, if you look at the Bitcoin, the next target for me, where I would be expecting it to reverse, is 57,500 approximately. So I don't want to take, I don't want to close it earlier because I don't see the point. So essentially, at least towards this area here, I want to see Bitcoin going. So 58, I might close it. 57,500 is normally my target.
Okay.
Nvidia and Apple are being absolutely mullered at the moment.
Yeah.
And all of crypto is bleeding. Literally, it's an absolute bloodbath. Solana's down 4%. XRP is down almost 4%. This is some heavy selling.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if we do break this previous low or not. Glenn's asking whether I'm going to go to break even. I have lowered my TP, Glenn. So I'm risking 0.3% on this trade.
Glenn TP just got hit.
Did it? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice one, Glenn. Congrats.
He's happy today.
Shiran, where is Alex? Alex is currently on a business trip in London. Very busy man. We've got lots and lots happening in the background here at Tradeify Crypto. So yeah, I was speaking to him a couple of hours ago, and yeah, he's busy working away. I know he would love to be on stream more often, but just doesn't have the time. So yeah, but I shall pass on your regards to him when I speak to him tomorrow. Gerard says, TP hit. I passed my phase 1 after almost 2 months. Excellent.
Congratulations. Well done.
Amazing. Very nice.
See, like, money is always made usually in the biggest crashes, and if you're just right there in the right place in the right time.
Exactly that. Glenn's asking about the Prop Expo. Yes, I believe that is where Alex is going to be in London. At the Prop Expo, there's going to be a bunch of guys from Tradeify over there. So yeah, if you're going, guys, go say hello. There'll be a significant contingent from Tradeify over at the top.
I'll see them all there tomorrow as well.
You're flying as well.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go, guys. Even more reason to go. So
I'm actually speaking there as well tomorrow.
I'm going to London next week. For a few weeks, but that is more personal, pleasure rather than business. Leisure rather than business. But I will still be working. So you'll be able to see me, guys, joining you on stream from the sunny climes of the south coast of England and then the east coast of England. So yeah. This cell looks really good. We've now broken that lower low here.
It looks amazing. I actually added to my position and I averaged the stop loss. So I moved stop loss in the middle between the two positions. It looks really good.
And we'll
I
do
placed
race
my
at
target at the
25 likes.
moment.
Let's see
Sorry?
if we have.
I placed my target at the moment at 57,800 level. So if you reach 87,800, that's going to be my target. It's right here. So it's $300 above my final target, actually, just in case if the price doesn't want to reach it. It's going to start reversing earlier. Oh, it's going.
This is insane. I'm trying to find out if he did, Glenn. I'm messaging Jonathan right now. So I'm waiting to see if he did or not.
It's a bloodbath today.
It is absolutely wild. XRP down 5%, Solana down 5%, Apple down 4.3%. This is wild. Let's see, what have we got? Anything in the news at all?
Everyone in the chat, write BTC for the giveaway.
Let's go.
Even though my audio is delayed, I hope you guys can hear me.
We can hear you. Let's go. Yeah, we reached 25 likes, so you guys gonna get a giveaway today as well. Besides the drop on crypto, for those of you who are catching it, you're also gonna have a giveaway.
What more could you
So
want?
write BTC in the chat if you want to participate. Mike, you were saying?
I was going to say, I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know. Ignore me. Oh, who was asking? Somebody was asking in the chat about where to get the news. I think it was Gerard, was it? Was it Gerard who was asking?
Yeah, I think so.
Gerard, there's a very cool widget. So if you use TradingView, personally, I don't recommend using the TradingView app on your desktop. Just use it through the browser, ideally through Edge. It will slow down your PC the least, whereas the desktop app will really slow down your machine. But if you are using Edge, then there is a Chrome widget, a financial juice widget, where you can just have it hovering on your screen here. I don't know if you can see that icon just there. Oh, you're on Anastasia's screen. If we could switch to my screen, please, Roman. Just here at the top, I don't know if you can see that. There's that little icon which I can move around. I can put it wherever I want. But there's a little icon here. And what I can do is I can click it, and what it will do, it will pop up this little window, which will give me the headlines of any news coming in on Financial Juice. And then they've also got a calendar as well. So it will give you all the calendar of all the news that's due to come out, which you can then filter out by country and whatnot. So that is well worth installing. It's just the Financial Juice Chrome widget, which you can install onto any Chromium-based browser, including Edge. So
it's actually quite crazy. I didn't know you have a widget, because I always check it on the website, right? I use Trading Economics and always, but the widget, that's super comfortable.
It's so much easier because I don't have to take my eye off the chart, and I can just do it in the same window. And you can have it. I think it only works on TradingView.
Yeah, but it's super comfortable.
Yeah.
So, looks really good as well, really readable.
Where is it?
It's nice.
Financial Juice. Allowed on TradingView.
It's really good insight. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, so it's configured specifically to work on TradingView. So it wouldn't work on other chart platforms, but if you're using TradingView in the browser, then it looks really good. Come on, let's go a bit further. We're just about to hit 58,000. If we can get to 56,948 on 56,950, basically, I will be a very, very, very happy bunny.
For me, 57,800, and I'm gonna be very happy.
I'll basically actually take this account into profit for the first time, because I haven't treated this account. I don't treat my accounts very well, let's be honest. But I haven't treated this account particularly seriously, it might actually end up in profit for once, which would be a nice surprise for me more than anybody else.
Nice surprises.
So yeah,
It's the best RR trade ever caught on the Tradeify crypto live stream, to be honest.
Was that Ayush?
Oh, and there's delay. I can't focus on my words. I said.
We have him and then we lose him.
Someone is saying something,
No.
or it's
No, he will not.
He dips in and he dips out.
okay. Oh yeah, but it's almost end of the stream. I mean,
So Ayush, we'll hand over to you to do the giveaway.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have put your comment in the chat, then Ayush will grab
what I
your-
can do is. Yeah, say what you were saying, please.
Okay, you can grab your handles and then
it's really
Ayush will do the
weird to
giveaway.
Understand.
I will have to jump
Yeah.
off, guys. We'll have to leave you. at the top of the hour as well. I'm hosting the webinar. So guys, thank you so much. Ayush, I hope you can hear me too. So we'll leave the giveaway in your hands. Mike, it was really nice to see you again. And congrats with the short. I am hoping for the sake of both of us, it goes a little bit over because it starts pulling back.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm really hoping it goes a little bit further down.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Speak to you soon.
Speak soon, guys. Thank you so much.
And then there was one. Guys, Ayush will be back in a minute, so don't worry, we will still do the giveaway. Hopefully he'll be back as long as his internet hasn't completely crashed. So stick with us. This Bitcoin sell I still think it looks good. Let me know what you think in the chat. But I think we're still looking good for sells. This 15-minute candle that we just had close, I'm quite happy to see it close without much of a wick. So I think we're just going to close off some of this imbalance here before we start selling again. So yeah, that's what I'm anticipating at least. So we'll see. Let's have a look at what's happening elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much across the board. So just covering off some of the move. And then hopefully we'll see a bit more selling pressure come in. The fact that it was a 30-minute candle as well with no wick or very small wick also suggests that there's just going to be a bit of a retracement down before we sell off. Probably gives us an opportunity to get in again, I would think, around about maybe this level here, around the 59,980. I might actually stick a sell limit order there. Let's have a look. Sell limit at 59,982. I think is what I'll do. With a stop loss of I think I'll go for the same stop loss actually, 61,354. 61,354. Ayush, you back?
Yeah, I'm ready with the list and the duck race.
Nice. Whenever
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so Roman, can you please switch over to my screen then? We can do the duck race. Oh, it's me only, not Mike. Anyway, let's do the duck race. Okay, we have 30 seconds. Long race. We have Trump, we have Panda, we have Rockstar, we have Polis, we have Unicorn. So many ducks here with, I think, Trump, Miss Ponyo. I think you always have something to very highlighting like you have on the Discord. 10 seconds left, and I feel it is a daily day. You all. Oh, a daily day. You won an account again. There are people with insane amount of luck when they win 2-3 accounts easily on the stream. So this is your second or maybe third account winning on the live stream. Mike, what do you think? We should have a cooling period. I mean, for the
I think
people with a lot of luck.
Yeah, I think we're gonna a daily day. I think we probably need to let somebody else have a go at winning. But yeah, congratulations on that one. We'll honor it. But I think moving forward, we're going to need to do some kind of cooling off period because yeah, it's only fair on everybody else. So yeah, we will we'll honor that one today, and then yeah, I think starting from next week we need to we need to be giving everyone a bit of a cooling off period if you've already won.
Yeah. So a daily day, I think I already have your email. Just to be sure, can you please ping me your email again on the Discord? Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I have a question, Mike. The Discord stream tomorrow, Ayush. I mean, it's gonna be in the previous Discord or the official Tradeify Discord.
You're asking me?
Obviously, yeah.
No, I wasn't sure. Double check with Sani. I presume so, but I'm not sure if this week, whilst they're ironing out the all the kind of the logistics of everything, I don't know if they've set everything up. So double check with Sani, and she'll be able to confirm it for you.
Yeah. So okay. So whatever it is, we'll inform you guys in the Discord itself. Where we're gonna do the stream.
Yep. Absolutely.
And yeah, so we are on the screen. Thank you so much for joining Tradeify Crypto. We'll see you guys on the Discord with a lot of lessons and questions like we always do. And yeah, anything, Mike, you have anything to share?
No, that's it from me. See you guys next week.
Okay. Yeah, bye-bye. See you guys on Monday
Cheers, guys.
on YouTube.